Welcome back to FinWise Now, your daily source for everything crypto. If you've been watching the headlines, you probably think Bitcoin sits alone at the top of the crypto world, the final boss, the ultimate prize. But what if I told you that, quietly and powerfully, something even bigger is brewing beneath the surface? Today, we're diving deep into a seismic shift that's rocking the foundations of the industry. Ethereum, often overshadowed by Bitcoin, is fast becoming the centerpiece of Wall Street's next big crypto move. In the next few minutes, I'll break down why Ethereum's rise could outpace every major asset in 2025, and why the world's biggest financial players are making moves that most people haven't even noticed yet. Let's start with a story that's sending shockwaves through institutional circles. Bit Digital, a major Bitcoin mining firm and a publicly traded company on the Nasdaq, just made a dramatic pivot. They didn't just trim their Bitcoin holdings, they sold it all. That's right. Bit Digital offloaded approximately 280 Bitcoins, turning their back on what many consider the gold standard of crypto. Their reason? They believe Ethereum is the future. With the proceeds, plus a $172 million capital raise, Bit Digital shifted their entire treasury into Ethereum. As of now, they hold over 100,000 ETH, making them one of the largest public company holders of Ethereum in the world. But why would a company built on Bitcoin mining abandon ship for Ethereum? The answer is simple. Ethereum isn't just a speculative token. It's evolving into a strategic treasury asset, much like gold, but with a twist. Unlike Bitcoin, which simply sits in wallets, Ethereum can be staked to earn yield. It powers a vast digital ecosystem, enabling real-world economic activity across a spectrum of industries. For institutional treasuries and corporate strategies, this means Ethereum isn't just a passive asset. It's a productive one, capable of generating ongoing returns while serving as a store of value. That brings us to the heart of Ethereum's institutional advantage. Ethereum isn't just a coin, it's a platform. It's the backbone of decentralized finance, or DeFi, which is reshaping how people borrow, lend, invest, and trade globally. Smart contracts running on Ethereum automate complex agreements without the need for intermediaries. Stablecoins, tokenized real-world assets, and entire decentralized exchanges exist because of Ethereum's programmable foundation. The numbers speak for themselves. More than 2,000 full-time developers are building on Ethereum, far more than on any other blockchain. This developer activity isn't just vanity metrics, it's the engine behind constant innovation and network security. And the biggest names in finance are taking notice. BlackRock, the world's largest asset manager, is building on Ethereum. JP Morgan and Deutsche Bank are also actively developing or testing Ethereum-based solutions, from tokenized assets to digital payments and beyond. This isn't hype. It's the start of a real institutional adoption wave. And let's not forget Ethereum's Layer 2 revolution. To solve scalability and cost issues, projects like Arbitrum, Optimism, and Base have emerged, building on top of Ethereum and handling transactions at lightning speed with minimal fees. Collectively, these Layer 2 solutions now have more than $40 billion in value locked. This explosion in Layer 2 activity isn't just a technical accomplishment. It's a sign that Ethereum is scaling to meet global demand, unlocking even more utility for regular users and institutions alike. If you want to measure Ethereum's real-world reach, look no further than its on-chain metrics. The number of unique addresses interacting with the Ethereum network has exploded, now surpassing 300 million. That means hundreds of millions of users and entities are actively engaging with Ethereum-based applications, from DeFi to gaming to NFTs and beyond. Despite market crashes and volatility, network activity keeps climbing, proving that Ethereum's utility isn't tied to market cycles alone. Ethereum's economic model is also evolving fast. Every transaction on the network burns a portion of ETH, permanently removing it from circulation. At the same time, staking rewards incentivize holders to lock up their ETH, reducing liquid supply. The result? a powerful combination of increasing scarcity and passive yield generation. For investors, this means ETH is becoming both rarer and more rewarding to hold over time, a dynamic that's attracting even the most conservative financial institutions. Now, let's talk about price performance, the metric everyone loves to watch. For years, the ETH-BTC ratio, which measures Ethereum's performance relative to Bitcoin, was in a downtrend. But in the last 90 days, that narrative has flipped. Ethereum is now outperforming Bitcoin by a factor of 2. That's not a fluke. It's a signal that capital is rotating, and smart money is betting on Ethereum's multidimensional value proposition. So where could price go from here? If Ethereum simply reclaims its previous all-time high, we're looking at $5,000 per ETH. But that's just the baseline. With the prospect of Ethereum-based exchange-traded funds, ETFs, attracting massive institutional inflows, and with global adoption accelerating, credible base case projections put ETH at $10,000. In a more bullish scenario, especially if Wall Street goes all in and global adoption catches fire, we could see Ethereum climb to $15,000 or even higher. These numbers aren't just moonshots. They're grounded in the fundamental shift we're witnessing in how the world's biggest players view digital assets. But here's the bottom line. Ethereum is not dead. It's transforming, and it's doing so at a pace and scale that few outside the industry truly grasp. If you're only betting on Bitcoin, you might be missing the single biggest wave in the history of crypto. Wall Street knows this. That's why they're quietly accumulating, building infrastructure, and positioning themselves for the next phase of digital finance. They aren't shouting this from the rooftops, not yet. But the signs are there for anyone paying attention. So as you think about your own portfolio, ask yourself, are you prepared for the next evolution of crypto? Are you watching the quiet moves or just the loud headlines? Ethereum's role in the financial system is expanding, and its network effects are compounding faster than ever before. If you found this breakdown valuable, hit that like button and subscribe for daily updates. And let's kick off a debate in the comments. Do you believe Ethereum will flip Bitcoin this cycle? Is the great ETH flippening finally at hand, or is Bitcoin's dominance unshakable? I want to hear your thoughts, your predictions, and your questions. Remember, the future of crypto isn't written yet, but those who pay attention today will shape what comes next. Stay curious, stay wise, and I'll see you in the next update.